Oh, with the road up. Uh, that was not comfortable to sleep on. No wonder I rolled off onto the floor. Anyways, ugh, I guess I better start with, checking on the attendance, considering apparently I got a notification whilst I was off on patrol, you know, that something happened and I now have to clean up the mess. I swear to God, if Mom does not get a handle on this, I am going to have to make the not so good choice and ring up the people and be like, hey, gonna have to get rid of them because they're actually a danger to everything. That's great.
Sun's resting.
Hey,
Hi, Scott.
do I know you? I
Long story.
recognize your.
Dimension.
Uh, and why
It's
are you in the front
a long.
desk?
Okay, long story short, Sun had a panic attack. He fell through the portal, came to my dimension. Do you know who Soul is?
Yes,
Because said he
Nestle.
met a Scott. Yes, I'm. Hello, I am his mother.
You met. You know, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Look, I am only here for the day. I'm not leaving till I make sure Sun and Moon are okay.
That's
Look,
that's literally why I am now here, cause I got the
I will.
notification and all that
You
shit.
may want to have a sit down.
Ugh, if I sit back down, I'm gonna fall.
Okay, well, needless to say, again, Sun came to my dimension. He looked really freaked out, and as a mother to, well, any Sun, any Moon, anyone that I consider a child, um, I did my best to help him. He didn't want my help, so I just decided to come here when he came back. And first thing I see is a dead child on the ground, and Sun having a panic attack. Don't worry, the child's fine. I revived them. You don't want to ask questions about that. Don't ask questions. They're not immortal. They're just still a normal human.
Okay, I was gonna
I'm not
say
a human.
animatronic, cause that's been a case where people get
No, I'm
killed
not
for.
like William Afton.
God, yeah, okay. No,
I I'm not even from the planet Earth, but that's a whole story for another thing. But yeah, first thing I see was dead child. I came over to Sun and started comforting him as best as I can.
yeah.
Considering I know my son well enough, I thought I knew him well enough, and it seems it's a constant around all sons. Um, so, yeah.
Mm.
Before you ask, no, this isn't my actual voice. All bodies have a voice filter to make me sound different in case this type of stuff happens, and in case there's other Sophies that are out there that are actively just trying to stay hidden.
I'm not gonna judge. I'm gonna judge.
Yeah. Moon will be acting different within a week. He will have no memories. He will be an entirely new person.
Ooh, that's good.
Remove,
Not good,
re-
bro. That's not gonna go
removing
well
his
at all.
son knows about it, but Moon isn't going to be gone forever. basically, essentially, all I did was remove the kill code, which took strands of Moon's code with it, and his body is going into overdrive to repair itself, so it's gonna lock the Moon you know now away within a week into the back of his mind. Yes, what's up?
Okay, that's not what I'm worried about. There's two, well, animatronics that kind of stick around here that interact a lot with Moon. So
Eclipse and Eclipsy?
no, I was on about Tangle and Eclipsy.
We don't have a Tangle, okay. We do have Eclipsy.
Hmm.
Let me guess. She only just came online not long ago for use.
Yep.
Yeah. Best to explain it to her in the most in as least detail as possible.
Do I just say Moon's
Basically,
had a
just say
factory reset?
no. Just say Moon's going to be a bit different,
Yeah, but then they're gonna
but
ask.
it's still him. And just say he had a tumble.
Okay. Honestly, I'm not
Because,
too
I mean, it's
concerned
Moon.
with Tangle because they had a really brief interaction with Moon before they started getting a bit, you know.
Was her eyes purple?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure, probably.
Was she murderous?
Yes, that's why I said
Nexus. Fazbear, antivirus system turned virus.
I don't know.
Basically it's an incarnation of William Afton.
Oh, so many. Can we just burn every single Afton that we find to the ground?
You know, I wish I could, but if I even did that, it would collapse so many damn dimensions, and I mean like all of them, basically. And that won't be fun to try and explain to the Overseer.
I don't even want to know who that is.
No. No, you really don't. Considering you probably don't even try to travel dimensions, you really don't want to. You really don't need to.
Nope, I'm quite happy, you know, doing my job, sleeping, doing my job, sleeping, because that's best
You
sucks.
may want to change that schedule. That's going to get you killed in the end.
I literally cannot die.
Oh, you have no idea. You're only more immortal by age and by the sense of being hurt, but illnesses and all that can still affect you. I can vaporize you and you won't be able to grow back.
Please don't.
That's what I'm trying to say. You still can die. You're not as immortal as you think.
But still.
As someone who has lived throughout the Big Bang, killed Earth, and lived through everything, and basically been through the whole of existence, and is immortal in every sense, you aren't as immortal as you think.
Okay, well, as far as I know, I cannot die by being injured.
Would you like me to heal the stitches that are currently holding your arms together?
That's honestly, I feel
You
like it would
sure?
be very weird if you did, because I'm quite used to this.
Your bones aren't even attached to each other and you're still moving them because your body's registering that it's still part of your body.
Yeah, which honestly, probably best you don't fix, because that's gonna hurt a lot more when I do end up breaking shit again, or end up, you know.
I can't really interfere too much here because it's not my dimension and I'm still trying to figure out what my purpose of existing is. But I will do, if you do need me, I've put my dimensional phone number into the computer. Under Sophie. Actually, not even under Sophie, it's under that nice creator. Don't
That's
ask.
gonna get confusing then, isn't it? You know, it's not my computer, not my issue. Moon Sun's issue, not mine.
I'll just put it on the Sophie, but if you do need to call me, don't be afraid to ask for help because I've got like 100 of these bodies back in my dimension. Half of them are doing nothing, half of them attending to my children.
That's fair. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm surprised Sun is resting
Mm,
though.
I
Normally,
forced him to.
yeah, normally he doesn't sleep or charge, so yeah.
I basically said if he doesn't rest, then I will force him to by. Well, wasn't really a threat, it was more of a promise. I was basically telling him if he doesn't rest, I will actively make his system force him go to to go to his room and lay down and rest.
Well, whatever's left.
Yeah, whatever's left of it up there. But I haven't even gone up there because I'd rather not stay out my child's personal life.
It is not pretty.
I can imagine. I can see it from here.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you do get asked by Fazbear why the parents go complaint as to why the child went home early and while the child was in their bed, just say the child went missing before and we didn't even see a child walk into the daycare.
Okay. That's fine. I can pull bullshit out my.
That's literally the best explanation you can give them.
Don't
Any
worry.
other explanation that will actively do an investigation on anything in here, and considering
Yep.
the bloodstains still on the mat over there, I'd suggest don't get into Fazbear getting into investigations.
Okay. I thought Sun cleaned
I,
it.
t-
Sorry.
I told Son to clean the things the kids had caused, and I'll deal with the blood.
Ah.
And I'm going to. I was just ordering some supplies on the computer and making sure that they both were okay.
Okay. Well.
Because again, what I didn't tell Son was there was a likelihood Moon's code would just become unstable and slowly corrupt itself, and then you won't have a Moon anymore.
At this point, we're getting close to not having one. A lot of people want him gone, dismantled. Fucking.
I also suggested to them that they invest in the house. I gave them about $1 million to do so. You should join them because Fazbear will get rid of you.
I doubt that they need me still for like 9
No,
years.
they don't. No, they don't. They really don't.
If they didn't, why?
If your dimension is on the year I'm thinking it is, which is 2025, this is the year that they start bringing in more animatronics to care for animatronics and more worker drones and all that. And eventually they replace the entirety of the human staff, and the only one that will be left is Vanessa and Cassie.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. There's like
So,
barely anyone left, human staff wise. I think there's like just enough handlers for, well, not every animatronic, but the ones that mainly need it.
now I will warn you, there will be a guy named Sven who will come up and call himself the creator. If you see him, immediately kick him out.
Okay.
Don't even interact with any further. Because if you try to interact with him, you will start a whole lot of stuff that will make you all suffer. I'm the only creators that I know of that are nice are me, my wife, and any other version of me which is not a constant. I am an anomaly, basically.
Well,
5 in infinity.
congrats on being special.
Not as good as you think, honestly.
Good enough to
But
not
then
be a common factor.
No, it just means I'm the one thing that was basically not meant to exist.
Yep. Honestly, get that. I feel like I because I've died probably so many times, but that's fine.
Oh, don't worry. Scots are pretty common. You're the only one that's lived this long, though.
Nice to know that I've outlived all of my other things.
Our one died of old age because he built Soul and to be a caretaker for him and a security bot. He died of old age.
Yeah,
He
Soul
lived a
told
happy
me.
life after the first pizzeria and Fredbear's closed down. Um, he died at the age of 97,
Mm.
if I remember correctly. Most of the time, Scots either died on the first time they're being phone guy at the first location, or they die by spring locking and become that truck and then just die in a fire during Michael buying one and trying to get rid of his father, or they just die because they do something stupid.
Yep. Seems to be a
So you're
common thing.
kind of the first one that's lived this long.
I tried not to get killed because that shit hurts, but you know, at this point, I seem to attract death like a moth to a lamp.
I can fix that.
It's
You literally have death lingering over your shoulder.
well, I guess being definitely.
That's not a joke. That's
Well,
not a joke. The Grim Reaper's literally standing right there behind you.
it's nice. Honestly, don't worry about it
It
though.
probably does that shit to piss you off, honestly.
Honestly, yeah, but also it kind of makes life a little bit interesting.
Well, life will be a lot more interesting soon. You can trust me on
Oh,
that.
I can imagine
Anyways,
new moon now.
yeah. Don't treat him like Moon. In a week, when the new moon does take effect, do not treat him like Moon. Otherwise, you will have a being that will start messing with stuff that will slowly kill him.
Hey, I am gonna treat him like I treat everyone else, pretty much.
Good, because and make sure Sun doesn't make the same mistake mine did.
Can't promise that.
Okay. I've got work to do and a map to cut out. Um, you can essentially go back to sleeping if you really want to.
Nah, I gotta at least make an attempt to check, see if they're not damaged or anything like that.
Did you not notice cameras in their rooms?
No.
Yes. Look, come look on the computer. There's cameras in their rooms.
As long as they're still alive, that's good enough for me.
Yeah. Well, you can go back to sleeping if you really want to. I could tell you kind of need it. Or you can, help me out if you really want to. I could care less.
Oh, I don't care. If you want me here, I'll be here. If not, then I'll run off. But
I really don't care. I've got my wife literally next to me in my dimension watching all this happen.
oh, so you're like live streaming this stuff to them? Great. Hi, person.
Well, I'm sitting at it. I'm basically just sitting right here in my dimension.
Uh,
Sitting here staring at a computer with a headset on.
well, still, you're pretty much just live streaming this stuff to them.
Pretty much, yeah. But she's been through enough to know that this is basically me every day.
And that definitely doesn't make things weird. Okay. Anyways, um, yeah. I guess I'll just head off.
Yeah, well, have a good rest. You probably won't see me around much, honestly.
That's honestly fine. I don't mind.
Also, you may not see me in a few months' time, because my dimension doesn't exactly have long left. I will be still alive, but I'll be having to try and figure out my way out of a void, which will be fun.
Again, good luck. You're
Few
gonna.
months for you, 20 years for me.
Yep. So good luck. You're definitely gonna
Time
need it.
dilatation's a bitch.
Yep. Have fun.
Anyways, have a good rest.
Yep.